like if you found the video valuable. When Ellen Shaw checked into the old Langford Hotel on a rainy Thursday evening, all she wanted was a quiet place to regroup. The building, towering over a sleepy New England town, carried with it an air of forgotten grandeur. Peeling wallpaper, faded carpets, and antique chandeliers told stories no one wanted to remember. "I've given you room 217, the clerk said, eyes darting to something behind her. "It's spacious." She barely looked up. "Thanks." As she walked down the long hallway, her suitcase wheels catching on the frayed rug, she passed mirrors. All old, all ornate, all covered partially with cloth. Odd, but not odd enough to care about after a 6-hour drive. Room 217 smelled like dust and lavender. There was one large mirror opposite the bed, an oval antique piece mounted into the wall. That night, as she brushed her hair before bed, the mirror fogged over, despite the fact she hadn't taken a shower. Weird, but when she turned away, she noticed something even stranger. In the mirror, her reflection was still brushing her hair. The first clue. Ellen blinked and turned back fast. The reflection mirrored her now, perfectly. Maybe she was tired. She switched off the lights and slipped into bed. At 3:17 a.m., she awoke with a start. A sound, faint scratching, from behind the mirror. The next morning, she went to the front desk. "That mirror in my room," she said, trying to sound casual, "has it always been there?" The clerk paled. "Room 217? He hesitated. "You can change rooms if you'd like." "Why?" But he just stared, then whispered, "Some things in this hotel should have stayed buried." The journalist and the missing guest. Back in her room, Ellen searched online for Langford Hotel Room 217. One article came up, from 10 years ago. A journalist named Marcus Vell disappeared while staying at the hotel. Last seen, Room 217. Ellen felt a chill climb her spine. She flipped her phone's camera to selfie mode, held it up to the mirror. In the reflection, the room behind her was different. The bed was ruffled, the curtains torn, and someone was standing in the corner. When she spun around, nothing. A diary in the floorboards. She pried up the floorboard under the bed after noticing a slight hollow thud when she stepped there. Hidden beneath was a small leather-bound diary. It belonged to Marcus Vell. His last entry. "I see him now, always in the mirror. He doesn't mimic me anymore. He waits, watches, and the more I look, the more I feel like he's learning how to be me." Ellen slammed the book shut. She packed to leave, but the mirror didn't let her go. As she reached the hallway, the lights flickered. The elevator wouldn't come, so she turned back, one last time, to grab her coat. The mirror was black, not reflective, just a void, and then, a hand emerged from it. Not hers. Marcus? No. This hand was thin, gray. Wrong. She backed up, heart pounding. It reached farther, as if the mirror were a membrane, stretching open. Ellen grabbed the diary, flipped to the last page. Scrawled in desperate ink were words, "Break it, or be taken." The break. She lunged for the lamp and hurled it into the mirror. Glass exploded. The room groaned like it was in pain. And just like that, the presence was gone. The air cleared. Her own reflection, though fractured, finally returned to her. A final message. When she checked out, the clerk didn't speak. He simply nodded, as if she'd joined a list of survivors. But that night, Ellen couldn't sleep. Not because of what she'd seen, but because her bathroom mirror at home fogged up. She hadn't taken a shower. And this time, the reflection in the steam wrote something in reverse. "You broke the glass. But not the spell."